Hey, how's it going? Just gonna go through a couple of my Canvas course setups. So this is my online course. If you click on my page, it's got my welcome message with my syllabus embedded. Also provides links to my YouTube channels with my lessons, and then additional contact information. Not everyone gives out their cell, but I do. It just makes things easier. I have weekly announcements for my online classes. I send out my message on Monday morning, and then if I have assignments or quizzes or exams, then I provide additional posts throughout the week to the entire course. My modules are set up weekly, so I have a getting started page, has my welcome letter, course syllabus, important course dates, my course description and objectives, my contact information again, technical requirements. I provide a video for navigating the course, which we're doing right now, student services from the college, and then the course textbook that I use, which is OpenStax US History. And that's a free textbook that can be downloaded, provided by Rice University. It's a really great narrative. And then I have my weekly modules. I set them up in week 1 to week 2. It just depends on the course. And what I provide is my lessons, link to the textbook, links to my YouTube channel. I'm a big fan of John Green and Crash Course US History. And I also am a fan of Khan Academy. I also add additional content as well. Same deal for each module. My lessons, OpenStax, YouTube channel, Crash Course, Khan Academy. As the lessons move on, I provide exam reviews. I encourage students to use Quizlet to prepare for exams, or they can go old school and purchase index cards if they like to put pen to paper. And the same exists for the rest of the course and the modules all the way to the end with the final exam review. My discussions, I have weekly discussions for my online classes. Discussions are posted on Sunday night, so I have a discussion for every week with the exception of exam weeks and holidays like Thanksgiving. So for week 1, it would be an introduction, and then I give them student choice on answer 2 to 3 out of 4, or 3 to 5 out of 9 questions. I try to keep it pretty straightforward in the online courses. I mean, in any virtual course, you want to have real clear expectations and make it as user friendly as possible. Don't need to really worry about grades because the students have not had any grades yet. Assignments, as I mentioned before, I like to keep my assignments out of my modules. It just kind of keeps things more organized in my world. So my discussion is set up at 20%. And then I have my weekly discussion. My writing assignments, it varies. Sometimes I do 2 or 3 writing assignments per semester. Just kind of depends on timing. Here's 2 writing assignments. So I give them the choice between a student autobiography or a historical biography, depending on what they would prefer. And then writing assignment number 2, they have the choice between doing a historical film review or a historical field study. I also incorporate other assignments, term paper. I also have a historical music project. I have a veteran interview project, a number of other writing assignment options, book review as well. And then I have my midterm and my final exam. Sometimes I incorporate quizzes, but I do try to stagger things. Like we have the weekly reading assignments, weekly discussion. I try to stagger writing assignments and quizzes and exams like every 2 weeks. And then what we'll do is we'll move on to what my dual course looks like. Now this course is what will initially would have been set up where I saw students daily. And I'm not as regimented on the announcements. I do provide a lot of announcements, but it's not that week 1, week 2, I just kind of set it up where it's like, here are the upcoming due dates for September 18th through September 24th or whatever. My modules, similar deal. I have my welcome module so they can navigate that. You'll notice that in these modules for dual, they're a lot more robust because I saw those students in person. So I had a lot more. I got the lesson, I got my OpenStax textbook, I've got the YouTube playlist, but I also provide a lot of other videos, ancient Maya ball game, the ancient Mayan cities, crash course, a response and reflection to an overview of Guns, Germs, and Steel. I had them do a case study on episode 2 of Guns, Germs, and Steel, Conquest. I have a little article on La Belle, the shipwreck of Robert de La Salle's crew. I use Khan Academy in every module. And as you move down, you can see a little bit more robust. You've got the lesson, OpenStax, the YouTube channel, crash course, Jamestown discussion questions, the Nightmare in Jamestown, which is a little documentary that was done by National Geographic with head archaeologist at Jamestown, Dr. Bill Kelso. Khan Academy. I also have them read an article from National Geographic for the 400th anniversary of Jamestown by Charles Mann. He's the author of 1492, or 1491 and 1493. And then quiz overview. I usually provided my quizzes on paper, but I'm going to be moving those quizzes to Canvas due to virtual learning. Writing assignment, student autobiography, Veterans Day essay competition. I use those as extra credit. Do a lot of art and essay competitions for extra credit. And then, again, the modules continue based on lesson. Same deal as before, I keep assignments separate. I don't include them into modules. My discussion questions are daily with my dual class. I may have to change gears on that a little bit with virtual learning. But I have driving questions of the day. I used to do exit tickets, and I still do exit tickets, but the exit tickets are a lot of times just group discussion. Sometimes I provide exit tickets within the driving questions of the day. And if you minimize discussion, I have a number of assignments, a lot of review, and I'm kind of stuck with a bit of a difficult scenario here, and that is my grades in Canvas for my dual students. I have to transfer those grades to a different system known as Synergy, which you may use. So you'll notice I don't have percentage values for my dual students like I did for my online sections, just because Canvas and Synergy don't talk, so it's not really necessary. So I'll grade it's very time consuming, but I grade my assignments in Canvas, and then I transfer those grades to Synergy. I did use, in discussion, same deal. There's a discussion window that we already saw in assignments. As far as conferences, I use Conference a lot, but we're now moving toward using Google Hangout for the dual students. I do use Zoom for the online students at both Dabney and John Tyler. I haven't done a lot with Mastery Connect because I create my own assessments. And do beware that, so I'm big on fill in the blank, short answer, and essay, but the fill in the blank are not as user friendly in Canvas, so I've had to sort of set my pride to the side and use more multiple choice than I care to use, but I still do my short answer and essay. And that's pretty much how I have things set up. I'm going to provide some extensions and a little bit more bells and whistles in the next couple of weeks to provide my dual enrollment students with a little bit more of a user-friendly format on the main page. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much. Take care.